So today, I'm going to show you how to regrip your clubs with a tire inflator. Let's go. Hi everyone, welcome to the Mobile Club Maker. I'm AJ, I hope you're having a wonderful day today. So pretty much every time I do a video that has regripping in it, I inevitably get a comment down below about why aren't you using compressed air? Why aren't you using air to put these grips on? And my response has always sort of been, well, you know what? It's too heavy, it's too bulky, it's too expensive, it's way too loud. And then I had this epiphany. So with this little beauty right here, I can get all the benefits out of an air compressor, but it solves all the problems that I also have with an air compressor because one, it's lightweight, it only weighs about 5 pounds. Two, it's compact, it's about the size of a shoebox. Three, it's inexpensive. I think this one costs about $80. And four, it's not super loud. Now, it's definitely not as quiet as the gentle rolling sound of grip solvent pouring over freshly pulled double-sided tape into a drip pan like an English garden fountain. But it's not nearly as loud as a real full-size air compressor, which I love. So I'm going to show you right now, start to finish, how to use this machine or any machine similar to it to install grips. Okay, so here we go. What do you need? I've got a golf club. I've got my vise with a shaft clamp. Got a grip, got some plain old masking tape, a little tiny bit of grip solvent, mineral spirit, something like that, and of course my tire inflator, my air inflator. Okay, so I'm going to be putting this grip on logo down, and if you're doing that, what I would recommend, especially in this case where the back side of this grip doesn't have any sort of alignment or anything on it, I would install it with the club turned down like this, not up. That way you can see exactly where the logo is pointing because it's going to be on the back, especially if you're using something like Golf Pride Align or something like that that has that rib on the back and you really want to make sure that's straight. I would flip the club over like this and install it with the head pointing down. Okay, club's in the vise. Now we're going to put some masking tape on it, get it to the right diameter you want it. I'm going to put a couple pieces of masking tape that'll make it just slightly larger than standard size. One piece of tape. Second piece of tape. Make it a little bit longer, just like a regular grip that you'd be using double-sided tape with because we want to plug the end of this shaft with that excess tape. Okay, so I've got a couple layers of masking tape on here. Masking tape is a little bit thinner than double-sided tape, so you may want to take that into consideration when you're putting layers of tape on it. You also want to obviously make sure that the butt diameter of the shaft with the tape on it is wider than the inside diameter of the grip, because if it's not, it's going to slide around. There's nothing for it to hold it there because there's no glue, there's no tape. So you want to make sure that the grip diameter is smaller than the shaft diameter. We're going to take a little bit of just plain old grip solvent, mineral spirit, something like that. Just dip the end of the grip right there in the end. Just get a little bit on the tip. We're going to slide this on just like that, just to get it started. Okay, the tip we're going to be using for this looks basically like this. I think they call it like the raft inflating tip. It's basically thicker than the needle one, but this is going to be about the right size to fit into the butt end of the grip where the little vent hole is. So we're going to use this one. You're going to set your air inflator, your tire inflator for something over 50 psi. Anything under 50 psi, the machine's going to kick off because there's going to be too much pressure built up. So you need it somewhere in that 55 to 60 range is probably plenty. And that'll make sure that the machine stays on while you're trying to get the grip on, but at the same time you're not going to inadvertently blow the grip out and have it pop a hole in it or something like that. So at this point we're just going to stick the end into the little vent hole, slide it in like that, and I'm just going to hold this on here like this, turn on the machine, and just work it on. Want to make sure when you're doing this, when you get to the end of it, just like with any regripping, give it a little wiggle at the end. Make sure it's not moving at all. And that's the whole thing. Now let's say, I look at it and think, well, it looks like it's not quite on there even. It looks like it's a little bit sideways. So what we can do, basically just put the tip back in it, hold it up against it, turn it on again. And we can rotate it around wherever we need it to. Obviously, one of the big benefits of this grip doesn't have any grip solvent, doesn't have any tape, so it is completely dry and ready to go right now. Oh yeah, the other really good thing about using air, as easy as it was to put this grip on, it's even easier to take them off. Too simple. This method doesn't work for every kind of grip. Some grips are going to give you more trouble, in which case you just have to use the standard good old-fashioned tape and solvent. But for most rubber grips, they're going to work pretty well. And with a little bit of practice, I think you can probably get to the point where you do most grips this way and not even have an issue, even if they are a cord grip or something like that, something that's a little bit stiffer, or something that has a harder rubber butt cap on it and a harder tip section on it. Other than that though, you can see very simple to get them on and extremely simple to get them off. So if you're trying different grips, putting grips on and off, especially for someone like me here in the shop where I'm doing different experiments and taking grips on and off all the time, this is a great way to do it, because as much as I love my grip removal tool, it's still only 70 to 80% effective. You're gonna tear grips, you're gonna ruin some of them when you're taking them off, just with the way that you're stretching them to put that metal inside the grip and stretch it and get them off. So this method, once you get used to it, very simple, and you're very unlikely to ruin any of them. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please go down below, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon so you'll be alerted when I post new videos. I'm on Patreon now. You can find me at AJ Golf. I'm also on Instagram. You can find me at Mobile Clubmaker. So hey, go pick yourself up a tire inflator, an air inflator, start putting some grips on. I am a convert. So we will see you next time. Bye.